Duplicate entire function, select entire text inside quotes, reorder HTML tags, edit on multiple lines, rename variables in all files, one shortcut and line deleted, select next matching word. So the first shortcut in our list is duplicate line or selection up or down. You place your cursor on the line and then press the shortcut Ctrl Shift Alt up or down arrow to duplicate the line. This works similarly with line selection. You select the lines and then press the shortcut and it will duplicate those lines. Let's look at an example with HTML. Here I want to duplicate this div with its children. So I fold the line and select it, and then I can easily duplicate it. Moving on to our next shortcut, that is select inside. Using this shortcut, we can easily select text inside quotes, function, and or even in HTML tags. So let's see how it works. First, place your cursor inside quotes and press the shortcut Alt Shift right arrow. This will select all the text inside the quotes. The selection will be based on the position of the cursor. So if I place my cursor over this word, this will first select the word and then pressing the shortcut again will just expand the selection. Now let's see an example with functions. Here my cursor is inside the function's body. When I use the shortcut, it selects the function's body. Now when I place my cursor inside for loop, it will select differently. You can play around with the cursor position to achieve your desired selection. This also works with HTML tags. So let's see an example. Do note that if you place your cursor at the end of the line, it will select the entire code in HTML. Now the next shortcut is move line or selection up or down. This helps you move your selected code or a line anywhere inside a file. You can reorder the HTML tags, move some variables inside function, etc. Fourth shortcut in our list is select word. You might have been in a situation before where you have to rename variables and you change it one by one. Use this shortcut to overcome this situation. So let's see how it works. First, place your cursor in any one of the occurrences of the variable and then press Ctrl D. This will first select the word you are on, then press it again to select next occurrence. To select all, just keep pressing the shortcut without lifting the finger. Then you can change it with whatever you want. There is a better way to rename later in this video. So keep watching and like this video if you find this shortcut helpful. Now here is a situation where you not just want to select occurrences but also the matching words. In order to do this, you have to manually select the word and use the shortcut. Next shortcut is multi-cursor. There are two ways you can use this. First, press Ctrl Shift arrow up or down. This will add a cursor based on the arrow you pressed. Use this shortcut to edit on multiple lines. Second is Alt left click. This gives you ability to control the next cursor position. Now the next shortcut is move to next symbol or occurrences. This will help you when you need to walk through the occurrences of the variables or functions. Just press F7 and jump to the next occurrence. Our next shortcut is move editor to next group. Using this shortcut, you can benefit from VS Code's multi-editor feature. You can view on one and edit on the second. Make sure you have at least two tabs open and then press Ctrl Alt right arrow. This will move your current editor to the next group. Do note that on some systems, this shortcut is available at OS level. For example, in Windows 10, it is used to change the display orientation. You can of course remap it to different key binding in VS Code. Now that you have multiple editors or tabs open, you will need to jump back and forth between those. Our next shortcut is for that only. To focus first editor group, press Ctrl 1. To focus second editor group, press Ctrl 2, and so on. You just need to know the editor's order number and simply combine it with Ctrl. Our next shortcut is for closing tabs or editors. Of course, you can close from this cross icon, but there is a shortcut for that. That is Ctrl W. By the way, do you know that you can close all editors at once? Here is a shortcut for that. Ctrl K W. Now this is a shortcut to save you hours. It is rename symbols. Let's look at an example. Here I have opened 3 tabs. In the third tab, I am importing these 2 functions. Now let's rename it using this shortcut. Place your cursor onto the function name, then press F2. By the way, this shortcut is also available at OS level. You can use it to rename files. Back to our example. Pressing it will open a dialog with current function name. Now rename it to something different, and as you can see, it also changed here. Next shortcut is for organizing imports. Pressing Shift Alt O will organize your import in a file. You use Ctrl Z to undo the changes in your code, and for those who don't know, you can redo it back using Ctrl Y. But reaching Y while pressing Ctrl is a bit harder, so there is an easier shortcut. Ctrl Shift Z, and it is easy to reach. Okay, so you copied some code from maybe Stack Overflow, ChatGPT, then you paste it into your editor and it looks like this. And then you start organizing it using tab or even spaces. You don't have to do it anymore. Just press Ctrl Shift I and this should do it for you. Just in case some languages needs formatter or even their language server to be installed in VS Code. So next time you want to format your files, use this shortcut. Now here is really simple shortcut. Shift delete. This deletes the line where your cursor is. Simple. Now this shortcut will definitely save you from scrolling up and down. When you have more than 300 lines of code, for example a large React component or an API file where all HTTP methods and their functionalities are defined, then you have to look for such as what variables are declared above. Then you scroll up and look. This is the situation where you can use this shortcut. Just press Ctrl backslash and the same file will be opened side by side. Then jump to from where you want to get some reference. Now here is a bonus shortcut. Ctrl Shift O. This helps you navigate instantly in your file. Press this shortcut and then start typing the name of the function or variable you want to go to. Now that you can view your reference, you can start editing on the other editor. Now the next shortcut will help you open file in your workspace folder without using Explorer from sidebar. Just press Ctrl P. This will open a command palette. Here you can type the name of the file you want to go to. In case you have similar file names such as page.ts in Next.js, then simply type the folder name slash file name. Here is another bonus shortcut. When you search for file, you can go to a symbol directly without scrolling. Just append at the rate after the file name and it will start giving you suggestion. You can also jump to the line number by appending colon at the end and then the line number. This is very useful when you see some error such as error at line 33 in a file. You can easily jump to that line. Previously, we saw a shortcut to switch focus between editor groups. There is also a shortcut to switch focus from one tab to another. This is similar to previous one, just change control with alt and then the order number of the tab. Next shortcut is used to search symbol in a workspace. Press Ctrl T and then start searching the symbol name. For example, variable name or function name. This is a small project so I am getting less suggestion, but in a larger workspace this will increase. How many of you have been in a situation where compiler throws error but error is not visible in VS Code? Yes, sometimes this happens. And when you find yourself in this situation, just remember F8. This will jump to the next error and will show a pop-over with error message. Now our next shortcut is go to definition. Well, it says what it does basically. And its shortcut is F12. I use this shortcut to take a quick look on the function definition by placing the cursor on the function name and pressing F12. When you have large function body and you quickly want to jump between start or end of the function body, then this is the shortcut. Just press Ctrl Shift backslash. This will jump around the brackets of the function body. Indentation of your code really matters because when you look at your code, you easily notice that this block of code is inside this. And some languages are strict about indentation, such as Python. So let's see how you can easily increase or decrease indentation. Press Ctrl plus closing square bracket to decrease indentation and press Ctrl plus closing square bracket to increase indentation. You see, I have made activity bar hidden because I don't use it every time. Instead, I use shortcut to focus panels. First, Explorer, which shows your folder and file in workspace. Shortcut Ctrl Shift E. Second, Search, which will search anything in your workspace. Shortcut Ctrl Shift F. Third, Git, which shows modified files, commit history, etc. Shortcut Ctrl Shift G. Fourth, Extensions, which shows installed extensions. Shortcut Ctrl Shift X. And at last, the sidebar, which holds all these. Shortcut Ctrl B. Now the last shortcut of this video is for terminal, because a developer without terminal I just can't think of. So to toggle terminal in VS Code, press Ctrl plus backtick, and to create new terminal in split mode, press Ctrl Shift 5. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys will use this shortcut in your daily life. Thank you. See you guys soon.